Hello, I am Kodili-nye. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on your time zone. We are talking about Onitsha fish industry. The billions of naira the government of Anambra State can make through the resuscitation and the building of Onitsha fish industry. Stay tuned. Yeah. Onitsha fish industry is worth billions of naira. And if Soludo is looking for money and is talking about industry, this is the great industry he has to be looking at. Along the River Niger bank of the Onitsha metropolitan city, the government of Anambra State can make 100 to 200 billion annually if we can master or have the boldness to invest. If Soludo is talking about industry, this is the industry. This is the industry. Onitsha fish industry. Onitsha fish industry. And Onitsha fish business park, and Onitsha marine resort. These are industry that have been waiting for any government that is serious in economic expansion to tap in and change the narrative of employment opportunities and making billions of internally generated revenue. This alone can give the Anambra State government 100 to 200 billion annually if what we are going to discuss here is applied. And the tourism as well, that the tourists that will be paying to go and watch all these fish cannot be overemphasized. We are going to discuss in full details, but you need to support us. You need to share this video. Remember to subscribe. I am Kodili-nye. So stay tuned, and as we analyze into this fish great gold mine that have been waiting for us to be tapped over the years, and the government has not seen it deemed it fit to tap into this great opportunity. The Onitsha fish industry. The Onitsha aquaculture industry, a gold mine waiting to be tapped. Stay tuned as we continue to analyze on this. Onitsha is a great city of 10 million people. The Onitsha metropolitan city, which involve 5 local governments of Oyi, Obaru, Idemili North, Onitsha North, and Onitsha South. And this great city is so much blessed with so much rivers, which, if well tapped, can actually turn around the economy of this great city. You got Kise River, you got River Niger, you got Idemili River, and many other rivers and streams that can be used for this great industry instead of just building houses everywhere. Fish industry globally is something that the government normally use to eradicate hunger and eradicate unemployment, and to create a viable industry that will last for long. An industry that is, you are sure of the raw materials, that will, will bring a lot of things, including tourism, resorts, business parks, canning of fish canning, fish processing, fish oil, so many things. And will bring also the fish feed industry, other industries. This industry is worth billions of dollars globally. And in Nigeria, it's still untapped because most of the politicians do not know how to expand the economy. They do not know how to generate internally generated revenue. They speak big grammars. They speak a lot of, they make a lot of speech, nice speeches, but in delivery, they are very, very short in delivery. They don't actually know how to mobilize the people for economic expansion and economic growth. So the city of Onitsha is a case study where if the Soludo administration of Anambra State will tap in, I bet you in 1 year or 2 years, the government of Anambra State will be making not less than 100 or 200 billion from the Onitsha fish industry. We are now going to go deeper in discussion in exploring. Sorry for the cutoff. We are not going to go into details in deep thoughts and thought-provoking. Remember, this channel is about entertainment, informative, and educative. And this is one of the game changers because we'll be bringing you investment opportunities that the government is not actually exploring. Rather, they basically chasing the people hawking on the street, barrel pushers, and all those people, Okada people, and listen. But the real money, money is they are wasting away. Every blessed day, several tons or trucks of fishes are brought into Onitsha. Worth billions. Not from Anambra State, but from different states in Nigeria. And many of them also are coming from outside Nigeria. So now, if you can, the market is already in Onitsha because the demand for fishes, there are a lot of people that consume the fishes. Although the fishes are expensive because we can understand the transportation cost and other logistic costs. But if you can resuscitate the Onitsha fish industry, in the olden time, I heard that Onitsha itself and the Onitsha metropolitan city produce a lot of fish. And you can see because there are a lot of rivers and a lot of streams. And the area is being disturbed by flood, which make it imperative also, including the lakes that is already there in that great city, creating artificial lake for this aquaculture business that will actually enhance the economy of Anambra State and Nigeria in general. So what are we waiting for? If we have a gold mine like this, what are we waiting for? If a state can make billions from fish industry, what is he waiting for? A production of 1 billion fish or fishes, just government making 1 naira in each fish will be 1 billion. Making 2 naira is 2 billion. Making 20 naira in one fish is 20 billion. Making 100 naira for 1 kilometer of fish, 1 kilometer of fish, kilogram of fish, sorry. 1 kilogram of fish is 100 billion. Making 200 in 1 kilogram of fish will actually give you 200 billion naira. So now, if you are also exporting it, exporting 1 billion kilogram of fish will actually give you, kilogram, not kilometer. I don't know why I keep on saying kilometer. So forgive me. I'm actually passionate. I'm being overrun by passion for the homeland because the homeland has to be livable. It has to be prosperous. This is a land of milk and honey that have been wasted by politicians and the people that are in leadership, but they don't want to be inventive, be proactive. You know, it's sad that the homeland over the years have been, you know, the opportunity have been wasted. But now is the time Some people name their children Tabubo, 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 Ositademma, Ositademma. That what it means is that if we start today, it will be greater, it will be better, it will be wonderful. So that's what we are trying to discuss about. So I don't want to bore you with a lot of things, but I will now go into details and show you what can be done and what can be achieved and what opportunities there are in this great city of Onitsha. If we tap into this fish industry in Onitsha, the market is there. The market is there. The market is there. I cannot stress it enough. So let's wait and analyze on this. Stay tuned as I come back. Continue watching. Remember to subscribe. Remember to subscribe. Remember to subscribe. Share to your friends. Share to every group that the gold mine will be finally be harvested and the state will be rich again. Will be great again. Stay tuned. Welcome back. I am Kodili-nye. We are discussing about the Onitsha fish industry, the resuscitation of Onitsha fish industry, the gold mine of Onitsha fish industry, the billions that can be made by Anambra State government if it take the boldness of getting the fish industry in Onitsha back again. In the olden time, I was told that along all the communities in the greater Onitsha metropolitan city are known for fish business and fish farming. And they do make a lot of money to sustain their livelihood. And their economy is basically based on the fish or aquaculture, agro-business. And over the years, they were able to sustain themselves, have a protein source, and they are sizably rich because they were self-sufficient in fish business or fish food stock. As the time started to expand and we come into the 21st century, these fish industries were not sustained. The government paid a lip service to them, and there was a nonchalant attitude. But the government was basically waiting to get money, federal allocation, and to get petrol money. Everybody's looking for the petrol money. But the real gold mine is just there, waiting to be tapped. The milk and honey the land is blessed with has not been taken care of or been explored or being harvested, because of the mindset people in Nigeria, in Africa, do have, which has created a lot of issue with economic growth and economic advancement. So, but we are not going to bore you with all those failures of the past, because remember, this channel is totally geared in innovation, solutions, and all how to change the narrative, and also to explore the investment opportunities that they are in any city at all. But today we are talking about the greater Onitsha metropolitan city and Anambra State in general. So what can the state do if it's to be able to have internally generated revenue, to be on top in Nigeria and in Africa? The areas it has to look into is fisheries or fish production and industry. And it's not far-fetched. It's not something that will not bring return or gains. This industry, if well tapped, will bring in Anambra State a revenue of between 100 billion to 200 billion. And you'll be shocked about the figure I'm calling, because some people will say, how can this be? How can you make such a huge amount? It's quite possible. You might not start with that huge figure, but you can get to that in 4 good solid years. But you can also get to that in 1 year. It depends, or 2 years. It depends on how aggressive or how passionate you are to aggressively invest in this lucrative business of food production, fish production, and how you are desperately to create jobs and to create industries, sustainable industries, industry that will keep on expanding the economy, the local economy. If you are desirous of doing that, it can be done, it can be achieved, it can turn around the livelihood of many. So it saddened me when I looked at marine market, where you have almost the biggest fish market in Nigeria. Every day, hundreds of truck load of fish come there to offload fishes in Onitsha, because the market is there. This is one of the biggest fish markets in Nigeria. So because you have a population of 10 million people in Onitsha metropolitan city, and you also have a lot of others that are coming from other cities, from other states to buy fish in Onitsha, because they think it's quite cheaper to buy fish in Onitsha. And because of this, a lot of these businessmen from other areas are actually getting money, a lot of money, making a lot of money from the Onitsha market, because Onitsha has the consumable or consumption. They consume a lot of fish. There are a lot of fishes are used in virtually every soup or every food that is cooked in this Onitsha metropolitan city and in Anambra State in general and in Nigeria. So because of that, the demand was so much, and because there's nobody that can meet up with this demand at the moment, especially in the state or in the city, the prices of fishes keep on rising, and with the bad economy in Nigeria, the bad government policies of the past, the fish price has gone so high that a lot of people cannot even eat fish even once in a week. People now eat fish maybe once in a week. So now, but notwithstanding, there is a solution to this. And this solution is a win-win for all. Government can make billions of internally generated revenue, and the people can get gainfully employed, and the people will have also cheaper fish in the city because it's produced in the city and is produced in large quantity. The price will be affordable to all. And even the government itself, if you invest, will make sure that it's affordable so that everybody can have the fish they demanded, they want. They will make it affordable. So instead of selling 1 kilogram, sorry, I keep on saying kilometer, sorry about that. It's kilogram I'm trying to say. Instead of selling 1 kilogram of fish like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, the government will now reduce it to something like 500. Because basically it's being produced in billions or in millions. So the price will definitely go down to supply the local market, and also the opportunities also to take it to other states in Nigeria and West Africa and the whole world. And thank God we now have a cargo international airport, Chinua Achebe International Passenger and Cargo Airport. And this can be one of the businesses that can be done through this great airport. This is a win-win situation because let me give you an example. If we can supply something like 1 billion worth of fish through the cargo session of this airport to the international market, think about that. If we are to make just $1 in one of these fishes, it's just roughly 900 or 1,000 naira in each. And do the figure 1 billion times 1,000, or even 1 billion times 500. So do the math. You can see the money that we can actually generate. We can't get that from federal allocation. We can't get that anywhere. So let's not use that. Supposing you are to supply fish to the local market, a population of 10 million in Onitsha, or 15 million in the whole of Anambra State. So you are talking about billions that government will make, because the government will set up these things and hand it over to like a cooperative or like people that he has already trained, like this one man, two skills project of Soludo administration. He can actually train people, 5,000 or 10,000 people, to take hold of this fish industry. The fish industry can be so huge. So something like a target of 10,000 ponds that will be having, each of these will be producing around 100,000 fishes around the Onitsha metropolitan city. And a business park can be built, and a fish resort, and a fish institute, marine institute, where people are trained on feed production and processing. So this fish industry is a business to be explored. This business is worth billions. It will create logistic jobs. It will create between 10,000 jobs directly and indirectly, 100,000s of jobs in the great city of Onitsha. So think about that. If government has been seeing this and neglecting it, it seems that they are not willing to expand or to increase the economy of the state and Nigeria. So time is now for us to exploit this. So where are the locations to site this around 10,000 ponds? This can be cited from the Nkisi, from Obunike down to the Onitsha itself, Onitsha inland town. So at the back of the Holy Trinity. It can also be cited, also including some of the parts of the river Niger bank, and towards also Idemmili, the whole of Idemmili up Idemmili River or Idemmili Stream, and the lake in near Okpoko, those lake, and also it can be also extended to Odepe and towards Atani. or Samala. You have a fish resort already there. So the government will now source for the money from the Bank of Industry, or it can also turn the Anambra State Small Business Agency into a company that also lend out to this type of business. So the government will now invest on it, hoping that within 2 years, it will start getting returns of not less than 100 naira for each kilogram of fish. So if they produce 1 billion fish, the government making 100 naira or 200 naira will be reaping in 100 billion or 200 billion. Or if the government decide to be making something like 20 naira for each fish, if it's 1 billion fish produced within a year, the government will make 20 billion. If it decide to make 50 naira per kilogram of fish, it will be making something like 50 billion. If it decide to make 70 naira per kilogram of fish, it's 70 billion. If it decide to make 300 for kilogram of fish, it's 300 billion. So now, it can see the opportunity that that is available if any governor dare to invest on this. If Soludo dare to invest on it, because why I love him is talking about industry. Our homeland need industries, need thousands of industries. We cannot survive without this industry, building industry, because we don't have that big land. We need industry, we need technology, we need ICT, we need all these things. So, but we must be aggressive. We must be determined to invest on this area. It must be like a revolution. It must be a revolution with a timeline. If we are going to tap into the fish industry in Anambra State, in Onitsha, you must have a timeline that within 6 months, it should not be like all these politicians that like the one that Obijackson regime started, that he wasn't actually passionate about that, in spite that his community is known for fishery. So if he was passionate about that, he would have write his name in gold. But because he's not passionate, because people were urging him to do that, he decided half-heartedly, he just abandoned the whole thing. But now, if Soludo is determined after watching this video and said, you know what? Tell me something. This guy is talking something that we need to be doing. So now, he has to create this, whereby this up to 10,000 fish ponds will be built, that will be producing every year at least not less than 100,000 fishes. That's the target. The government will fund it. And also the government will build business park where the cold room and the fish processing units will be built. So all the fishes that are brought in here will be sent to that place for processing. So it will be processed in this huge business park for fish industry, fish production. So it will be processed. You will have like cold rooms, multiple cold rooms there. You also have the cannery, fish, canning of fish, tin fish. You hear about sardines and all those things. We start producing all those things for the local market and for export. We can also be having like needles with cassava flakes that will also be packaged there with the fish. So instant needles with fish and the cassava flakes. This will build a lot of industry around that business park. So the business park, we have a space of between 1,000 space for business consign, 500 to 1,000. So meaning that 1,000 businesses that deal with fishery, fish production, industry, processing, everything, and food packaging and processing. These are, you know, and you have also fish warehouse, where or fish exchange will be built there as well. And along this these ponds and all those things will have a fish resort. A resort, people will go, they will go there and look at the fishes. They will now pay money to get in there, to just see the aquaculture and to enjoy the beauty. And after that, they will also buy some fish. And also, there will be fish resorts. You have also marine institution or fisheries school for training of people that will be needed in this industry, because it will be a growing industry. So a school or institution for fishery will be established. And these are money-spinning businesses. These are things that can diversify the economy, not only Onitsha, but Anambra State and Nigeria. So you want a diversified economy that is sustainable, economy that can work for all. The government need to invest on Onitsha fish industry. The resuscitation of this great fish industry, as our forefathers in Onitsha metropolitan city were able to do in the past, we need to get back to basics. We need to resuscitate. We need to bring about the coming of this $1 billion industry in Onitsha. So I don't know what we are going to call this discussion, or can we say, Soludo, look at the $1 billion industry that are wasting in Onitsha. Look at the $1 billion industry that are wasting in Onitsha. The $1 billion industry. So Onitsha fish industry is a gold mine waiting to be tapped. What is your view about this? What is your thoughts? I need to hear from you. I need to hear your own opinion. Remember, we are in this together. And together we can make a difference. Because to change any place need determined people. Not just the leaders, not just the politicians, but you and me. According to Soludo, he said the homeland must be a livable and prosperous homeland. A land of destination and not a departure launch. So if you create this industry, many of the investors will be coming into Anambra State. Many of the holiday makers, tourists will be coming into Anambra State. Many of the logistic companies will be coming into Anambra State just to take fishes and take it to different parts of Nigeria and Africa. And the cargo section of this Chinua Achebe International Passenger and Cargo Airport, we have a lot of exportable goods that will be exported. Why Nigeria is struggling and the states are struggling is because most of the ship that and the plane that come into Nigeria come in loaded with a lot of import goods, commodities. But in leaving Nigeria is going empty, virtually empty. So this has put pressure on Nigerian economy and has made many people in Nigeria struggling for bread, struggling to eat, to have a decent job. But how to create these jobs are not a rocket science. Looking at this Onitsha fish industry, resuscitating of it, we do a long way to have goods to sell, not just to the local market, but also to the international market, because it's quite cheaper to produce fishes in Nigeria or in Anambra State or in Onitsha than to produce it abroad, because they have to pay a lot of even taxes to bring it into the country. So it is something that we have to look at. So some people might be asking what type of fishes. There are many types of fishes that can be reared in these ponds. Tilapia will, you can have billions of tilapia. You can have billions of tilapia. And in 1 year, at least, they will be giving you something like between 500 grams to 1 kilogram of tilapia each. It will be growing to that. And you can have catfish, which is popular in Nigeria, and other type of fishes. There are many of them, so you can grow them. So I was opportune to speak to Emeka Iloalo, who is in charge of FAGDA, the fish agency in Anambra State. And this young man then was telling me the ambition he have to actually turn Anambra State into #1 in fish production. And he was telling me all those things. I don't know what had happened, because this was some years back. I don't know what has happened. I don't know, maybe the political establishment has stopped him from this task of changing the narrative of fishery, or fish business and industry in Anambra State. So I don't know what happened. Or maybe he was just talking like normal Nigerian people, or not having the pure vision and mission. But I saw in him a burning passion for this, that if we would have the resources, he would have actually done that. But I don't know what has happened. But if Emeka Iloalo is, if this video is sent to him, let him comment, let him get back to Anambra State Governor Soludo, because if Soludo is talking about industry, this is the industry that needs to be resuscitated. This is the industry that is waiting to be tapped. This is, you don't actually need foreign partners, because you have the people that actually you can get locally to train them and get them doing these things. And with a target of what they have to produce. The government can only take something like a percentage of this investment, so which will not be that much. You know, if government is getting something like 100 to 200 per kilogram of fish, and they are producing 1 billion fish in a year, what happens is that the government itself will be satisfied. Even if it's taking 15 naira per kilogram of fish, and they are producing up to 1 billion or more, basically the government also is having enough revenue or internally generated revenue to provide other things. So some people will ask, if we are talking about fish industry, on the processing side of it, how about the electricity? Now the states are given right to generate electricity, to license the electric companies, and to mandate them on what the government of that state wants. If you want 24-hour electricity, the companies will be, will be mandated to provide that, unless their licenses will not be operational in that state. So this is a huge opportunity. This is one of the areas we have been discussing around, we've been discussing about for a long time, that this is one of the areas Nigerian economy has been imprisoned, because it's been on the exclusive list, whereby you cannot generate power, you cannot do anything. The states were just there, only the federal government. And that's why there wasn't any incentive for these companies to be professional, or to actually give a light, or to deepen their investment. And that has made the electric power in Nigeria not to expand, and a lot of investors were not willing to get involved, and there is no competition. But now the ineffective power holding, Eastern Power Holding, that is in charge of Onitsha city, will now be forced to wake up, because they will be mandated to provide the 24-hour electricity or electric power to this industrial concern, in this business park, in this aquaculture business in Onitsha. So this is a win-win situation. So the governor, the Soludo administration, can do this. The Anambra State government has to wake up now. The time to wake up is now. We cannot wait. It must have a timeline. I always say it in this channel, that whatever we are saying must have a timeline, that in 6 months, I'm going to accomplish this. in 6 months, I'm going to invest that we'll be producing 10 million fishes. In 1 year, we'll be producing 200 million fishes. In 2 years, we'll be producing 500 million fishes. In 3 years and in 4 years, we'll get to magical figure of 1 billion or more. So that's what we want to be seeing. This is the passion. And once you start doing it, people, our people will start returning home. They are investors in every place. Once you create this opportunity and you partner with the people and partner with people that will create this, the government will be having, the government will source funds for them, and the government will be part of the business, whereby the government will be having its own. This is a win-win situation for all. So I'm calling on Soludo to look at this $1 billion Onitsha fish industry. $1 billion Onitsha fish industry. Let's look at the $1 billion Onitsha fish industry. Let's resuscitate $1 billion Onitsha fish industry. And the state will be smiling to the bank. And the people will be gainfully employed. And this cry of unemployment, people emigrating from the state to many places will completely stop, because many of the indigenes will start coming back into the state to explore this great opportunity. And many others will be coming into Onitsha metropolitan city. And the city will be so much diverse. The economy and the poverty, the urban poverty that have been happening in Onitsha and many cities in Anambra State and cities in Nigeria, that a lot of people in the urban area are now becoming poorer and poorer because of a lack of opportunities, lack of cheaper food source, food security, and this will be a thing of the past. And if you want to reduce the urban poverty in Onitsha metropolitan city and other cities in Anambra State, this is the area that government should be investing. This should be one of the 2024 resolution of the Anambra State government. And that's why also I am advocating, and we are advocating in this channel, the setting up of Greater Onitsha Development Agency or Authority. Greater Onitsha Development Authority that will be piloting this great city. And this authority will actually look into this possibility, because the governor might be so far away, dealing with the politics, party politics, and at the same time losing a valuable time and losing a valuable opportunity. But this authority will be looking at, bringing about internally generated revenue, billions of it, hundreds of billions, or 50, 100, 200 billion, in order to run this great city. And he will be looking at opportunity of building this type of thing. Building this type of thing. Look at every year we are talking about flooding issue, erosion, flood taking over this place, flood taking over this place. Is that not time for us to harvest all this running water for the good of all? Is that not time to harvest this massive flooding in Onitsha, turning it into something that is a great business opportunity? Is it not time to start to build artificial lakes in Onitsha? This also can help the environment. We are not just talking about creating of jobs, but the environment. It can also improve the health of people, because the more people, these lakes, artificial lakes are produced, these artificial lakes are created in Onitsha metropolitan city. This can be also that area that will be producing all these fishes, and at the same time solve the problem of flooding in Onitsha and stopping the city from being overrun by flood water or being submerged. So, and at the same time, these artificial lakes can also cool down the hotness of that city, because the city is always very hot because of lack of this water and vegetation. And it can also be a place to beautify for people to go and have a nice evening, a nice place, a resort. They will be having it, You know, because all these things can be a resort where you pay money to come in and take the family out to have, you have like fish bars and all those things near some of them. So 10,000 fish ponds can generate this $1 billion Onitsha fish industry. Time is now. The governor should look into this as soon as possible. Let not delay. Not let us not delay anymore. The Onitsha. Here comes the Onitsha fish $1 billion fish industry. Welcome to this great investment opportunity. And I am still Kodili-nye. Wherever you are joining this discussion is about the Onitsha $1 billion fish industry. The resuscitation of Onitsha $1 billion fish industry. Thank you once again. Remember to subscribe, remember to subscribe, remember to subscribe, remember, subscribe. And help us to share this so that everybody will be part of this great business and great innovation. And our land must be livable and a prosperous homeland. Thank you, and God in heaven must surely bless you and usher you into the new year of greatness and into the new year of success. Once you are part of this our success journey and our success road of this channel, you will surely be smiling all the time. And may the good Lord continue to be with you. And remember to remind your friends about this. Remember to discuss this in your different forums about the $1 billion Onitsha fish industry that has to be resuscitated coming year 2024. Thank you very much, and see you in the next video. I am Kodili-nye. Bye.